and we made it back to the pit. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna take the dozer and all this stuff inside the pit. We're just gonna drive straight in and push it to that back corner back there. So that way we can take the excavator and scoop it right out and put it in a hole. That's the plan. Is it gonna work? I hope so. I don't know if I've showed you this before, but all this is really just dried up hog crap. This is pretty much potting soil. And you may ask why we're not spreading this in our field because it's such good fertilizer and dirt. And well, the answer would be is along inside that potting soil is a bunch of nails, screw, old wood. So we feel if we spread it on our field, we are setting ourselves up in a booby trap for a bunch of flat tires. Very unfortunate event happened. Our hole filled up before we could get all the trash in it. So you know what that means? Get the dozer, cover it off, and put it to a grade so the water will drain. Or we're gonna have to dig another hole. Ain't that terrible? Quite a bit of grading to do with that dozer. I had to run back to the house because I realized when I was filming I was wearing this hat, which is one of my good hats, and I grabbed the wrong hat. So anyways, it's gonna take me maybe a couple hours, and it's hot, so I'm also coming back to get a water too.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Dreams do come true. The pit is finally clear. All the junk is gone. We ended up having to dig another hole right there. You can sort of see where it's at. But what's left in the pit will be handled with the tractor bucket. It's here. Here it is. This is what it looks like. And now, since it's clear, we got a lot of dirt work to begin and do. It's probably going to take longer to do the dirt work than what did clearing the trash out. We're rounding the corner of almost being done, but we still got a lot of hours to put in here. Look, now we just have more issues. We just keep finding more problems. So right here are the cool cell pads for the chickens. And all this is there's doors on the other side of these pads where the chickens are. And those doors open up. And that lets air flow through these and the fans pull air through them. Now when it gets really hot, we have this water line that sits up there and it trickles air, or not air, but trickles water down through these pads. And as the air is getting sucked through the pads, it creates a cool air. and it's almost like an air conditioner for the chicken houses. Down here on the bottom, we have what basically just a belly pan that runs, and it holds all your water and it sucks it to the middle of the pump. And something has settled in that belly pan, that which holds the pads up, and the pads will start falling in towards the door because it has settled and it let the pads drop. We have this belting right here that we're going to use, and we're going to take self tappers and screw through here on our metal, and that will just have enough of an overhang to keep the cardboard pads from falling in, and that should solve our issue. Look guys, new day, new project. Ain't that about right? You know what we're doing today? We are washing the concrete. So one of the big issues that we had before we had our whole shop concrete was half of it was a dirt floor. So when it was wet outside and your boots be wet, then you walk on the dirt floor, the dirt sticks to your boots, and then you walk on your concrete, and then your whole shop's dirt floor with just the concrete underneath it pretty much. So we're going to try to fix that. And right now our concrete, as you can see, this is a new section right there. And I'm sure you can already see the dirt that is sitting on it. So we're going to blow all the dirt off this concrete. Then we're going to pressure wash it. So hopefully after that, the only dirt that we bring in is tracked from our tractor and ourselves. The only problem with that is you see all of this area right here, sort of, where this is already concrete floors. And this is where the hogs stayed at when we had them. So all this sort of, it has dirt on it, but we don't use this area. The only issue that we may have is wind may come in this side of the building and blow the dirt across our new sections of concrete. Is clean. Look at her. First time that pad right there has been cleaned in 2 years. That's the full 2 years we've had it there, and it needed it really badly. As you can see, now we're going to have to put new gravel down because our gravel has been covered in mud. Can't make nothing easy, can we? But anyways, I'm going to let this sit a couple hours. I'm going to go eat a quick lunch, and then I have to go mow a yard for a neighbor. So this is the first time you've seen the pit ever with it being empty, right?
Well, I've seen it today as we've worked on it. I'm glad that you're done because you're making too much racket over there. I had to listen to it. So at least you're done digging it out today. I remember coming in here as a kid with the old waist waders on and all the hog crap floating through and you wading through. And I remember it was always cold. You step in with those waders and you had to go in with bare feet, nails in here and everything. And later on, we did upgrade to the waist waders that had boots in them. So that was better. You didn't have to worry about it then. But so the one side of the barn had 4 big pens. I think we could put like 50 hogs in. It was a 220 head, 240 head building. Then it had 4 small pens. We only used 3 of them. And yeah, 50. Or maybe it was 40, and that was 160, then those held 20. Something like that, I don't remember. But anyway, the feeders were right here. And you know, as a kid, I didn't know, because I never went anywhere except here. But it wasn't until after we got the chicken houses that I realized that we had those automatic shut-offs for the feeders all those years, and Dad never did use them or know how, because they wouldn't work, and so he just quit using them. So when we fed the hogs, we'd have to come in and turn the feeder on. Well, one time a day, come in and turn the feeders on and sit up here for like an hour while the feed ran out and filled up the feeders. And then after I got the chicken houses, I realized all we had to do is plug up that sensor and it would do it itself. I put a longer tube on there because the tube was too short, and everything would have worked. But no, we didn't do that. But all I remember was when you was in the pit, you'd walk through here, and once you got over under the feeders, because all the feed, we'd have feed spills. Because we did it all manually, and you'd go off doing something else and forget about it, and then when you came back, the feed was coming up through the slats. That wasn't ever good. But you could walk up on the feed, and can't believe we never stepped on a nail down here.
Well, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. As you saw, the pit is, we're making progress with it. It's getting around the corner.
90% with the pit.
No, I figured.
The outside is not that close.
Yeah, well, the inside of the pit is about 90% clean. The outside still got like another 150% to go. But that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully next year we'll have a barn over this thing. But we'll just have to see how it plans out. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, faith, family, farming. See you in the next one.